did not upload their IDs.
Always. I think we're going to do the man. Go ahead. It's all on camera.
Let's call to order the subcommittee on House File 2274. Since this was actually my bill I introduced, I'll give a brief introduction on it. Patterned after HB 1181 in Texas and some regulations in Missouri that have been successful at shutting down Pornhub in those states, and the Texas bill, and there's a similar on 25 states similar to this already. It survived a Supreme Court challenge last year, Free Speech Coalition versus Paxton, 6-3, and so that's the goal of this bill. The goal is to try to shut down the pornographic stuff. It exempts out news organizations, it exempts out internet service providers. It's not trying to go after our Facebook pages or our X's or Twitters or Instagrams or those sort of things. And that's why it has the same level in there. I've heard some pushback. We'd like 0% content pornographic material on there. Sure, so would I. But we have that bill. We have a different bill that's already been run by the House and is sitting in the Senate. And this is just another track we can be running, at least, and it's a track based on what survived in the Supreme Court already. So that's kind of my brief summary of it. And when I asked for the bill draft, I pointed the drafter to these states that have had successes and said, I'd like this in Iowa. And this is the product of it. So with that, happy to have comments. We're trying to get the text set up. Somebody in the room, one of our audience made a great joke that it must not have age verified to get on the website today. But so anybody want to speak up? You know the drill, so don't be shy. Come up, grab a mic, introduce yourself, who you're with, and what your position on the bill, and give your thoughts on it.
Yep. Jake Schrader with the Technology Association of Iowa. We're registered undecided on the bill. We don't have a position on the policy of age verification. In general, we just want to make sure that any law that is passed in Iowa gives a clear standard for business community to follow, so they're not accidentally scooped up in this, just like what you said, Representative. And we believe that this bill does that, and we appreciate the adherence to the Paxton standard. Because that Paxton case has survived a Supreme Court challenge, we believe that is a good model to work from that can provide clarity and avoid unneeded litigation when enacting this sort of regulation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Tom Chapman with the Iowa Catholic Conference, and we support the bill. The representative took a lot of my talking points, but as a practical matter, we believe this policy could help protect children by simplifying things for parents. Sometimes parents are not aware of filtering options on their computers. They don't know how to activate them, and I think this puts more of the onus on the provider. We too would be okay with a lower percentage than 33%. I mean, if you think you need to have age verification for pornographic websites, that number is probably too high. It should be a negligible amount, perhaps, from our perspective. And then just finally, we have some data. There was a meta-analysis done of 37 different studies, and it shows that exposure to violent adult material increased a child's odds of experiencing sexual exploitation by nearly 3 times. So we think this is a worthwhile path to go down. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others on this bill? Disappointing me this morning. It must be too early to talk about the subject matter. Representative Wilburn, do you have any questions, comments? And as far as that threshold, yes, I'm willing to look at entertain lower thresholds. I just started from the perspective of what I knew was safe. And as Mr. Schrader said, we'd like to at least have clear standards, whatever those may be. I think one state, maybe Kansas, one has a 25% threshold. There are 3 states that I could find in my quick research that have 0% thresholds. None of those have been challenged yet, but so they do vary out there. But this is why I started where I did. Representative Wilbur.
Thank you, and thanks everybody for being here this morning. Mr. Chair, you've thrown out a few cases. I've not just had a chance to look to kind of determine, yeah, there's another mic on. No, oh wait. Do you think my voice had that resonant quality? Yeah. No, in terms of the threshold and making sure that it's both safe doing the intent as well as the practical, I'll between now and by the time this gets to the committee, I'll take a look. I just want to see that information. So, but good work and trying to dig stuff. I just need to catch up with you.
Thank you. Representative Watkins?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with the intent of the bill. I've had a couple people reach out about security concerns, data concerns, as much as we can agree and disagree on the politics of what people are watching and what they do in their own homes. Obviously, we want to protect children from situations like this, as it was brought up a little bit ago about being exposed to that, sexual violence and stuff like that. We obviously want to curb that, but we also want to make sure that, we might not agree with it, but people are going to do what they want to do. And, these sites are notorious for data leaks and breaches. And so if we're going to have age verification, I want to make sure that it is, it's lock and key. It's got to be lock and key. And if it's not, then there will be another conversation in the future, but I agree with it. Let's get it moved on.
And I've already spoken ad nauseam on it, so yeah, I'll sign off, pass it on, and be happy to work on it with folks. Thanks.